Uh, oh, my third. Okay, I would probably say it's a toss between Marinucci and Roppongi.
Marinucci is where you told me the most expensive, is that it?
Yeah, and well, that was the first place I ever saw in Tokyo because
Okay.
that's where the Tokyo station is, and that's where we got off. And so it's pretty special to me.
Okay, then Roppongi.
And Roppongi, of course, it's very posh.
Very posh, I can
Posh.
imagine.
That's where I saw this public, they have some sort of like public art. And I saw Frank Gehry's spider there, and I was really
Made of
surprised.
steel, yeah.
Made of steel. I saw that a picture of one of my friend's albums, but I think it's from another city, and I was surprised to see it in Tokyo. So, you know, you see everything in Tokyo.
Okay.
So, yeah, Roppongi would probably be my third. Posh and shopping centers all around, expensive shops.
Oh, yeah.
So all I did was look, and Roppongi was very special to me because that's where I learned that Michael Jackson died.
That was Thursday.
Yeah, so I was in Tokyo when he died, and I was walking through the sidewalk, and you know how it is in Tokyo, they have this big
screens.
video walls.
Yeah.
And one of those screens just, I think, was tuned into some sort of news
CNN,
channel,
like that.
CNN, and that's where I learned that Michael Jackson was dead. So I was like shocked. So yeah, Tokyo is kind of like that. It will shock you and unnerve you.
So what you're trying to say is anything that is very significant to the society, well, economically, politically, entertainment, you will get to know it right there and then in Tokyo. They will not withhold any substantial information from you, especially if it affects your entertainment life. Okay.
Oh yeah, Roppongi is about that. It's all about entertainment and shopping. Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be my third.
Second is
My second would be Shibuya.
Okay, so what's something about Shibuya?
Shibuya is a little similar to Roppongi because that's where you have the Harajuku district also with a lot of posh shopping malls and stores. But what I like more about this unique aspect is, of course, that's where the statue of Hachiko is.
Okay.
I know the story of this dog who was so loyal to his master that even after his master has passed away, he would still wait for him at the Shibuya station for like more than a decade after his master's
I
death.
have read that story too, and it's so heartwarming, it's so touching that you would want to have a dog like that. And come on, he left a name for all other dogs out there. Okay.
And I know a lot of wives would wish their husbands to be like that. So probably they should marry a dog.
Okay, that really burst me into laughter. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, that left me speechless. Really, so aphonic. Okay. Alright, I wouldn't want to marry a dog, okay?
Well, but if the dog would be super duper loyal to you, why not? Anyway.
Just imagine my offsprings.
They'll be puppies.
Alright, so did you take a picture of
Of course I did. That was a
so
perfect
cute.
photo op. And I think the reason why the Japanese venerate almost this dog, Hachiko, because loyalty for them is a virtue. It's a very important virtue. And in traditional corporate Japan, a lot of these salarymen stay in one company like for life.
Yes, that is a fact.
That is a fact. And I think Hachiko is a representation of this loyalty.
I definitely agree to what he said. I have spoken to a lot of Japanese, and even on writings, yes, they would say that I'd rather stay with my employer for the rest of my life. I will be loyal, I will be doing my best, because it's like saying that their business is my business too. I own the company, so what's my boss? That's it. So it's a very good attitude that I guess we should share with all. It's a virtue, a golden virtue for Japanese people.
Soka.
All right. What's that?
don't know.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
I just hear it a lot in Japan. They would
Okay.
say sokasuka.
If you know what it means, if you're a Japanese or you just know what it means, kindly post it there on the comment box.
What
Tell
is
us what it
sokasuka?
means, and we will.
What is sokasuka?
Yeah, what is sokasuka? The only phrase or word that I know of from Japanese is konnichiwa. Okay, that is so cute, konnichiwa. All right. Anyway, let's now go to the first.
To the first, okay. The first would be Shinjuku.
Shinjuku.
Why?
Why?
Because this is the kinetic Tokyo that we have in our image of the city.
Okay.
Kinetic.
Kinetic. So a lot of movements.
Movement.
Very lively.
Yes.
So, what made you say that? People
Well-
walking around, I can just imagine. When he said kinetic, from the videos, I can see this fast-paced environment. People are like, boom, oh, I'm sorry, they don't, it's just like they're too busy. So, is that what you mean by kinetic, or is there something else?
Well, that's part of it.
Mhm.
A lot of movement, people walk. But in Japan or in Tokyo specifically, there's order and chaos.
Mhm.
That's my biggest impression, I guess, of Tokyo. That no matter how big the crowds are, there's still order.
The population.
Yeah, like in the escalators, they have this express lane and they have the slow lane. So if you don't want to walk up the escalators like stairs, then you just stay on the left side and stand there. But if you're in a hurry and you want to go up the escalator faster, then the right side will be for you. So there's that certain order. And even if in the subway there are a lot of people, people still line up and fall in line.
A defined time position.
Yeah, so there is still that what they call the Japanese precision, and trains are hardly ever late. So I think there's order and chaos, but I digress. I should talk about Shinjuku. One thing I like about Shinjuku, because I was there during the night, I like the lights.
You fell in love with the city lights, is that correct? Okay, what
Neon
else?
lights. It's all very dynamic and kinetic, and you feel the energy of the city there.
Okay.
It's like that's where the pulse of Tokyo is.
Alive even at very, very late hours.
And I went to an izakaya in
Izakaya.
Yeah, izakaya is like a pub
Uh-huh.
where you can have food and some drinks. And,
Can you sing there?
No, that's karaoke. I also did that
Mhm.
in Shinjuku. I also went to karaoke and belted my heart out.
Oh yes.
So all of those wonderful memories happened in Shinjuku.